Hello everyone, welcome to my lecture. Here in this lecture, I will try to cover one question of continuity and differentiability chapter of class 12. The question is like that, we have to discuss the continuity of function f of x is equal to 3 for all those values of x which are lies between 0 and 1. F of x equal to 4 for all those values of x which are lies between 1 and 3. And for f of x equal to 5 for all those values of x which are lies between close interval 3 and 10. So it is known to us whenever we have to discuss the continuity of a function, if the point is not mentioned there where we have to discuss the continuity, then what we will do, we will consider an arbitrary element from its domain. So first of all, that's why we will try to identify the domain of the function. So listen carefully. In case of the piecewise function, if you want to find out the domain, just go through the inequality conditions. From the inequality conditions, 3 inequality conditions are there, and from these 3 inequality conditions, you can easily identify the domain of the function. Okay, so how can you find it out? So let us consider the number line. Okay, this is the number line. Okay. So this one is minus infinity and this one is plus infinity. So first of all, we will try to write down the integral values of the inequalities. How many integral points are there? 0, 1, 3 and 10. So 0, 1, 3 and 10. 4 integral values are there. So I have written all those integral points on the number line. Then we will try to identify the possible values of x to have the identity. First of all, first case, the values of x lies between 0 and 1 and exactly equal to 0. That means the values of x starts from here because it is given that x is equal to 0. That means x of value 0 hobo pare, so 0 price start hoise. So that means in the second case, we can easily consider all those values which are lies between 0 and 1. 0 aru 1 or majot thoka gutei value kini ami consider koribo parim from the first case. Again, it is given that x must be equal to 1 also. So x 1 or equal, that means ami 0 par start kori up to iman paisuhi. Then here in the second case, we have considered all those values of x which are lies between 1 and 3. That means all those numbers we have considered. But till now, we are not considering 3. But in the third case, it is given that x may be equal to 3 also. So we can consider 3 also. Then in the next one, x lies between greater than 3 and less than 10. That means all those real numbers we can easily consider. Then in the last case, x is equal to 10, it is given. Is there any values of x which are greater than 10? No. Is there any values of x which are less than 0? No. That's why the domain should be from 0 to 10. So 0, tumi sale dekhiba, x or minimum value kiman dekhaise 0. X or value 0 ke aru horu no hoy. That means e phale aru nahe. 0 hobo no hoy. Obviously equal sign is there. 0 will be there for values of x. And what is the maximum value of x? 10. Is there any values of x which are greater than 10? No. So that's why the maximum values of x is 10. That's why the domain is. Therefore, domain of f is equal to close interval 0, 10. So now in the next step, what we will do, as we are getting the domain, so we can easily consider, let any arbitrary element c belongs to close interval 0, 10 be any arbitrary element. We have considered an arbitrary element from its domain. Eta kothatu hol c to tumalke 0 aru 10 or bhitor consider korisa. As the whole domain is divided into how many parts? 1, 2, 3. 3 divided. It is divided into 3 parts. Detia hole c jetia tumalke domain or pora consider korisa, that means 0 aru 10 or majot consider korisa. So that's why what are the possible values of c? C ki value hobo pare. So from the observation, you can easily identify. Starting from the starting, c may be 0. So we will try to write down the cases, possible cases. So possible cases. So what we will do, we will try to write down the case 1 first. So first of all, we will write down the case 1. Case 1 means you have to write down the possible values of c. So what is the first case? So as the domain starts from 0 and ends at 10, so the minimum value of c equal to 0. First case. So case 2, second case. So listen. Second case is that first of all, c is equal to 0. The second case, c means C is an element from its domain. So you can consider any real number, or you can seek the continuity at any point which lies between 0 and 10. But remember, C should not be equal to 0 and C should not be equal to 1. So আমি এনেকে লিখিব পাৰো second case. We will try to seek the continuity for all those real numbers which lies between 0 and 1. Already 0 লিখিলা, C value 0 check করিম. Then we will consider a continuity of the function at which point? Any point which lies between 0 and 1. Case 3, in a systematic way you have to consider cases. So আমি 0 আৰু 1 মধ্যে থকা যিকোনো নাম্বাৰৰ কাৰণে আমি continuity check কৰিম. Then in the next case we will seek the continuity of function at exactly C is equal to 1. C equal to 1 not second. Between C may be 1 also. Case 4. So fourth case. So what will be the consideration? Then we can seek the continuity of the function at any real number which lies between 1 and 3. That means C greater than 1, less than 3. We will try to seek the continuity of the function at any point which lies between 1 and 3. Next, case 5. What is the next one? So case 5 means C is equal to 3. In a systematic way, first of all, C is equal to 0. Then C may be any lies between 0 and 1. C is equal to 1. C is any real number lies between 1 and 3. Then C equal to 3. Case 6. Okay. So C lies between 10 and 3. C value 3 ke dangor or 10 ke horu. Last one. Case 7. Okay. C is equal to 10. As a domain is the maximum value is 10, so you are not supposed to consider any real number which are greater than 10. That's why the maximum point where you have to seek the continuity is C is equal to 10. In this way, we will try to seek the continuity. So how can we proceed to write down the answer of all those questions? Okay, in a systematic way, we will try to write down the answer. Okay, now we'll seek the case 1. What is the condition? Case 1 is given C is equal to 0. At C is equal to 0, we will try to seek the continuity. So from the number line, you have got that for C is equal to 0, we will have right hand points only. For C is equal to 0, there does not exist any point which lies on the left hand side. So that's why whenever you have to seek the continuity at C equal to 0, we will try to find out the right hand limit and the functional value at 0. আমি যেহেতু 0 কোনো লেফটত কোনো পয়েন্ট এক্সিস্ট কৰা নাই সো 0 কে লেফটত কোনো পয়েন্ট নাই হেকানে আমি যেটা এক্স্যাক্টলি 0 ত কন্টিনিউটি চেক কৰিম তেটা আমি 0 ৰ ৰাইট হ্যান্ড আৰু ফাংশনাল ভ্যালু এট 0 হে উলিয়াম সিমিলারলি 10 ত right hand limit is not there. Right hand side point নাই কাৰণে so we will not try to find out a right hand limit. We will try to find out a left hand limit as well as a functional value. If they are equal, then it will be known as continuous. Because to what is the condition for continuity? Left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to functional value. So if right hand limit does not exist for C is equal to 10, যদি right hand limit nathake, then what is the condition to be satisfied to be continuity? Functional value at 10 should be equal to the left hand limit. So কথা 10 কোৱা ধৰণৰ. So now first of all we will try to seek the continuity at C is equal to 10. So for C is equal to 10, as C is an element of its domain, C to 0 tar domain or element hoy. So we know that the domain elements are generally represented by X. C is equal to 0 can also be considered as, you can think as X is equal to 0. You can easily think C is equal to 0 implies X is equal to 0. For X is equal to 0, let us go to the question please. For X is equal to 0, what is the functional value? For X is equal to 0, functional value is given as 3. So f of X is equal to what? 3. Now what we will do for at C is equal to 0, we will try to find out the right hand limit as well as the functional value at 0. So f of 0 is equal to 3 we have got, and then we will try to find out the right hand limit. Do you know why we have to find out the right hand limit? কারণ 0 ৰ লেফটত কোনো পয়েন্ট এক্সিস্ট নাই কৰা ডোমেইনটো কোপা কলৈকে আছে obviously 0 পৰা 10 লৈকে আছে so 0 ৰ লেফটত কোনো পয়েন্ট এক্সিস্ট কৰাই নাই আমাৰ 0 ৰ লেফটত কোনো পয়েন্ট নাই that's why we will not try to find out the left hand limit for 0. So we will try to find out the right hand limit. So limit x tends to 0 plus f of x, correct? So limit x tends to 0 plus for x greater than 0, x or value যেতিয়া 0 কে ডাঙৰ হ'ব from the question. For x greater than 0, what is the functional value? In place of f of x, we can easily write down what? 3. For x greater than 0, in place of f of x, we can easily write down 3. Now, in place of x, what you have to put? X or jagah tomalok ki bahabo lage? 0 bahabo lage. X asen nai? Nai. That's why the answer will be exactly equal to 3. As left hand limit, limit x tends to 0 plus f of x is equal to f of 3. Therefore, f is continuous at c is equal to 0. First case finished. F is continuous at which one point? As f is continuous at c is equal to 0. Now we will try to check the second case. So case 2. What is the case? Case 2 is given c greater than 0 and less than 1. This is the second case. Second case means what? C lies between 0 and 1. Okay. Now listen. C means what? We can easily think about that. We can easily think about like that. Etu tumalke bhabi lobo par likhibo na lage tumalke bhabibo para etu. Etu bhaba. C means domain element. Generally domain elements are represented by what? X. So C lies between 0 and 1 man x lies between 0 and 1. Jetia x to 0 aru 1 or majot lies korise, jetia x to 0 aru 1 or majot lies korise. So what is the functional value? The functional value is exactly equal to 3. Okay. Here f of x is equal to 3. Now listen. Is there any exact value for c? Yat c kiba exact value ase neki? There does not exist any exact value for c because in between 0 and 1 infinite number of real numbers are there. Yat tumalokor 0 or 1 major infinite real number ase aru tumi guti infinite real number represent koribo kane ki use korisa c. As c does not have any specific value, jetu c er kono specific value nai, so what will be the procedure to find out the limit? So first of all, we will try to find out the f of c. F of c is equal to what? 3. Yet c equal to, in the earlier cases, what you have got in the earlier cases, we have got c is equal to 0. That's why I mean c ni likhi kiman likhisilu 0 likhisilu. But here c does not have any specific value. C কোনো value লগত equal নহয়. c এ কাক represent কৰিছে? 0 আৰু 1 ৰ মাজত থকা infinite real number ক represent কৰিছে. ইয়াৰ কোনো specific value নাই, হেকাৰণে আমি তাত value টো বহাব নোৱাৰো. In place of x, what you have to consider? c. Okay? f of c equal to 3 means যিকোনো real number lies between 0 and 1. For any real number lies between 0 and 1, its functional value is equal to what? 3. Meaning to hetu c f of c 3 মানে c to 0 ৰ মাজত থকা নাম্বাৰ. সো হেকাৰণে 0 ৰ মাজত থকা যিকোনো ৰিয়েল নাম্বাৰৰ কাৰণে ফাংচন ভ্যালু কিমান হ'ব? 3. Next, listen. This is the number line. This one is 0 and this one is 1, like that. Number line এনে করনে আছে. So c is that point. Arbitrary number lies between 0 and 1. So whatever may be the right hand limit you will consider, c jimane right hand limit tumi consider nokora, again that right hand limit also lies between what? 0 and 1. That means the functional expression etu thakibo. If we consider left hand limit for c er karone jeta ami left hand limit consider koru, c left out holo hi 0 1 majore na thakibone. That means the functional expression will be equal to 3. That means here in this case, here in this type of inequality cases, if we will consider the right hand limit as well as the left hand limit, the functional value will be remain same. So that's why we will not try to find out the right hand as well as the left hand limit. What we will do, we will try to find out directly limit x tends to c f of x. Limit x tends to c f of x equal to what? 3. So answer will be 3. As limit x tends to c f of x equal to f of c, therefore f is continuous for c lies between 0 and 1. We have got this one only. So ete kotha to hol tumalke yat bujibo liga kotha ta ase. So here in which point you have find out the continuity or discuss the continuity of function. We have discussed the continuity of function at any real number lies between 0 and 1. 0 or 1 matlaka jikono real number kan ami continuity check korisu. That's why c represents all the real numbers lies between 0 and 1. c hekane kono specific value nai. Ei kag represent korise 0 or 1 taka sob real number represent korise. Then what will be the procedure? Okay, so first of all আমি যদি question to le যাও, if we'll discuss the question for all those values of x which are lies between 0 and 1, what is its functional value? F of x equal to 3. That's why I have written f of x equal to 3. So now listen, as you have to discuss the continuity at c agote ami c equal to 0 paisilu karone tat c jagat 0 likhi disilu but here at which point you will try to discuss the continuity c f of c is equal to what 3 karon x jagat c bohaisa but here x is not there so 3 will be remain same now c lies between 0 and 1 so c to me right hand buli kolo it will lies between 0 and 1 c left hand limit buli kolo the functional value lies between 0 and 1 that means the condition will be remain same that's why in case of the inequality case horai mon rakhiba jodi inequality case ot hoy tumalake tar right hand or left hand nulialo hobo so what we will do we will try to write down the limiting value limit x tends to c f of x tumalake mo hodibo parasa yat c likhise je because c does not have any specific value x tends to c f of x jagat ki likhisu 3 likhisu so answer is 3 so function is continuous lies between 0 and 1 next condition case 3 so what is the third case so listen please case 3 for c is equal to 1 so this one you can easily imagine x is equal to 1 now if I'll draw the number line this one is 0 this one is 1 this one is 3 and there somewhere it is 10 there so at x is equal to 1 listen exactly x equal to jeta eta specific point of continuity check kobole die we will try to think about its right hand as well as the left hand limit kaun so one or right hand side point ase left hand side point ase and remember from the question you have got that x greater than 1 that means here in this case you have considered all those real numbers which are greater than 1 that means this is nothing but a right hand limit of 1 x less than 1 1 or left ot ase that's why this is the left hand limit of 1 as the left hand limit as well as the right hand limits are defined specifically and separately so that's why here in this case we will try to find out the right hand as well as the left hand limit কিন্তু 0 আমাৰ কি আছিল right hand limit আছিল but left hand limit নাছিল হেকানে আমি উলিওৱা নাছিল but here 1 for c is equal to 1 1 ot ke greater hole ki hobo hetu mention korise for x less than 1 what it will be the function it is also mentioned there so we will try to find out the right hand as well as the left hand limit so listen first of all we will try to consider a function for c is equal to 1 c is equal to means x is equal to 1 x is equal to 1 what is the functional value f of x equal to 3 x equal to 1 boli bhabiba x equal to 1 akane function to value kiman dise 3 so we will try to add as exactly 1 or tumalokor continuity check kobol dise so that's why in place of x we will put 1 tumalake mu khuriyo parasa c no bohale kiyo because here we have got the specific value of c c exactly equal value paso kintu yat c lies between 0 and 1 mane infinite ase c kono specific value na kintu what is the specific value for c here 1 so that's why ami c jaga directly c no bohai ki boham 1 bohai so f of 1 is equal to what 3 now we'll try to find out the right hand limit right hand limit means limit x tends to 1 plus f of x tumalake mo hudibo para why you are not written c here moi tum apni yat c kyo likha ne teta moi kom here c value to exactly paisu 1 the c has a specific value 1 so that's why in place of c I have written 1 so limit x tends to 1 plus whenever the value of x is greater than 1 whenever the value of x is greater than 1 what is its functional value f of x exactly equal to 4 that's why in place of f of x I will write down 4 in place of x what you have to put 1 but x is there or not there that's why the answer will be 4 so left hand limit so we'll try to find out limit x tends to left hand limit mane 1 or left hand limit so f of x limit x tends to 1 minus for all those values of x less than 1 1 or ke horu hole x or value jeta 1 or ke horu what is its functional value 3 that's why in place of f of x I will write down 3 so x of place ki bahaba lage 1 you are not supposed to consider this sign it will represent the side only so x 9 so answer will be 2 so functional value and the left hand limit right hand limit are they equal or what functional value is equal to left hand limit but right hand limit is not equal so that's why the function is not continuous at x is equal to 1 as left hand limit is equal to functional value of 1 is not equal to what right hand limit মই systematically লিখিছো যেটা equal প্ৰথমে লিখি লৈছো not equal to পিছত লিখিছো therefore f is not continuous for C is equal to 1. C is equal to 1. What is C? C is a domain element. C is a domain element. Domain or kuntu point of function to continuous no hoy. Domain to kiman asil 0 to 10 or bhitor. Type to kuntu point of continuous nai po 1 not continuous no hoy. Proof paise. Kan C to sub domain element of represent korise. So domain or bhitor kuntu point of continuous no hoy gom paise 1 not continuous no hoy. Okay, case 4. What is the case 4? Case 4 is written as C lies between 1 and 3. Or you can easily think as X lies between 3 and 1. So if we can consider the number line, so it is 0, this one is 1, this one is 3, and this one is 10. This is a domain. So that means we have considered a real number which lies between 1 and 3. C is here now. For right hand limit of C, again the function will be lies between 1 and 3. Inequality will be remain same. For left hand limit of C, C left hand jodiu consider korisa overall hi code karase 1 and 3 majote ase. That means C right hand kwa ba left hand kwa. For all those cases, this inequality will be remain same. So here in this case, we will not try to find out the right hand as well as the left hand limit of C. Ami C left hand by right hand nuliao. Then what we will do? First of all, we will consider f of x. For C lies between 1 and 3. C lies between means x lies between 1 and 3. What is its functional value? F of x equal to 4. So that's why the function is 4. Now what we will do? First of all, we will try to find out the functional value. Why I have written x is equal to C here? Because the value of C is not specific. C mane কাৰ মাজত আছে 1 or 3 মাজত আছে C value specific নহয় হেকানে মই C consider কৰিছো বুলি কম. So as you are checking the continuity at C means you are checking the continuity of function at any real number lies between 1 and 3. C check কৰিছা মানে 1 or 3 মাজত থকা যিকোনো real number check কৰাটো mean কৰিছে. So now we'll try to find out the limit x tends to C f of x. Limit x tends to C f of x means what? 4. Answer is 4. So এটা কথাটো হল why not checking the right hand as well as the left hand limit? তুমি C right hand limit consider কৰিলো inequality, that means the expression to কাকা মাজত থাকিব 1 or 3 মাজত থাকিব. Left hand limit also it will lies between 1 and 3. In both the cases as the expression is same, so that's why we are not supposed to find the right hand as well as the left hand limit. As limit x tends to C, f of x is equal to f of C, therefore f is continuous for C lies between 3 and 1. 1 আৰু 3 যিকোনো পইণ্টত ফাংচনটো কন্টিনিউয়াস হৈছে মনত ৰাখিবা খালি মই গোটেই কেছবিলাক এবাৰ কৈ দিছো তাৰ মানে মই যদি গোটেই নাম্বাৰ লাইনডালৰ কোৱেষ্টলে যাওগে কোড কৰা আমি পাইছো চাবা প্ৰথমে আমি 0 ত কন্টিনিউয়াস পালো 0 আৰু 1 ৰ মাজত যিকোনো পইণ্টতে কন্টিনিউয়াস পালো বাট 1 ত ডিসকন্টিনিউয়াস পাইছো দেই এটো মন কৰিবা মই হাইলাইট কৰিছো দেন এটা কি পালা 1 আৰু 3 মাজত যিকোনো ৰিয়েল নাম্বাৰতে ফাৰ্ষ্টত কন্টিনিউয়াস পাইছা নাও উইল চেক দা কন্টিনিউটি কেস 5 okay I mean 5 case 5. What is the case 5? So we'll try to discuss the case 5. Case 5 is nothing but C is equal to 3. Means x is equal to 3. মই এটো লিখিছো তোমালকে নিজে খালি ইমাজিন কৰিব কাৰণে in exam you are not supposed to write it down. So C is equal to 3. Listen, it from the number line we have got that C right hand limit is also there as well as the left hand limit. So that's why we will try to find out the right hand as well as the left hand limit. For C x greater than 3, this is nothing but the right hand limit of C. What is this functional value? 5. For x less than 3, this is nothing but the left hand limit. What is this functional value? 4. That means to me C 3 right hand or left hand duita question to mention ase. So that's why we will try to find out the right hand as well as the left hand limit. So first of all we will consider the functional value. C equal to 3, that means when x is equal to 3, x is equal to 3, what is its functional value? 5. That means f of 3 is equal to what? 5. Functional value of the function at 3 is equal to 5. Now we'll try to find out the right hand limit. Generally, মনত ৰাখিবা যেতে equal case that means exactly কোনোবা এটা পইণ্টত কন্টিনিউয়াস চেক কৰিবলৈ দিয়ে আৰু তাত যদি কোৱেশ্চনটো হে পইণ্টৰ ওপৰত বেছ কৰি ৰাইট হেণ্ড আৰু লেফট হেণ্ড গ্ৰেটাৰ দেন 3 লেছ দেন 3 এনেকুৱা যদি মেনশ্যন কৰা থাকে উইল ট্ৰাই টু ফাইণ্ড আউট দ্য ৰাইট হেণ্ড এজ ৱেল এজ দ্য লেফট হেণ্ড লিমিট So right hand limit means what? Limit x tends to 3 plus. Here we are not considering C plus because here we have got the exact value of C. So f of x. Limit x tends to 3 plus, that means for all those here the value of x is greater than 3. If the value of x is greater than 3, x value is 3 ke greater hobo, what is its functional value? 5. That's why in place of f of x we'll try to write down 5. In place of x what you have to put? 3, but x is not there, so answer will be 5. So what is its left hand limit? So left hand limit is limit x tends to 3 minus f of x. So limit x tends to 3 minus. 3 minus means the values of x less than 3. For all those values of x which is less than 3, what is its functional value? 4. X value is that horrible functional value kiman dekhase? 4 dekhase. That's why in place of f of x I will try to write down 4. But in place of x what you have to write it down? 3. X is there or not? Not there. So answer will be 4. Are they equal? Left and right hand functional value equal or what? No, they are not all equal. Therefore the function is not continuous. Directly we will write down as f of 3 is equal to what? Car logot equal has likhi disu. Right hand limit is not equal to what? Left hand limit. Therefore f is not continuous at c is equal to 3. c equal to 3 point function to continuous নহয়. তা মানে আমি গম পালো আৰু এটা পইণ্টত ডিসকন্টিনিউটি আহিছে, এই পইণ্টত ফাংচনটো ডিসকন্টিনিউয়াছ নহয়। 0ত কন্টিনিউয়াছ, 0 আৰু 1 ত থকা সবতে কন্টিনিউয়াছ, 1ত কন্টিনিউয়াছ নহয়, ইট ইজ কন্টিনিউয়াছ ইন অল দ্য ৰিয়েল নাম্বাৰছ লাইক বিটুইন 1 and 3, 3ত কন্টিনিউয়াছ নহয়। নাও উইল চেক দ্য কন্টিনিউয়াছ ফাংচন এট ৱেৰ ইন বিটুইন 3 and 10, আৰু 3 আৰু 10 ৰ মাজত আমি কন্টিনিউয়াছ চেক কৰিম। সো নাও নেক্সট কেস নাম্বাৰ 5 6, কেস 6। okay, so for c less than 10 and greater than 3, so this is the case, or you can imagine x less than 10 greater than 3. Eta kotha to hol for all those values of x less than 10 and greater than 3, what is its functional value? The functional value is equal to 5. f of x is equal to 5. Listen, আমি যেতিয়া x ৰ ভ্যালু 3 আৰু 10 ৰ মাজত কনসিডাৰ কৰিম, whenever we have to discuss the continuity which lies between 3 and 10, the functional value always equal to 5. Suppose c is there, এটা c right hand বুলি কোৱা, then also it will be lies between 3 and 10, then the functional value 5 এ থাকিব। c left hand কোৱা, also it is lies between 3 and 10, c left বুলি কোনো 3 আৰু 10 ৰ মাজতে আছে। যদি 3 আৰু 10 ৰ মাজতে থাকে তেনে ফাংচনাল ভ্যালু সদায় কিমান দেখাইছে? 3 আৰু 10 ৰ মাজত থাকিলে ফাংচনাল ভ্যালু সদায় কিমান দেখাইছে? 5. So as right hand limit, left hand limit, for all those cases the functional value is same, so we will not try to find out the right hand as well as the left hand limit. So what is the value of f of c? f of c is equal to 5. okay, then directly we will try to find out a limit x tends to c f of x equal to limit x tends to c f of x is equal to what? 5. so limit the answer is 5. are they equal? as limit x tends to c f of x is equal to f of c, therefore f is continuous at c is equal to 3, or c lies between 10 and 3. So here also it is continuous. Now in the last case, we'll try to discuss the continuous function at where? In the last case we'll try to discuss the continuous function at c is equal to 10. So case 7. So what is the case? For c is equal to 10. So as the domain is this one, 0, 1, 3 and 10, so there is no any values of x which is greater than 10, that means the right hand limit of 10 does not exist. So we will not try to find out the right hand limit of 10, we will try to find out the left hand limit as well as a functional value at 10. So for c is equal to 10, you can imagine x is equal to 10. For x is equal to 10, what is the functional value? For x is equal to 10, from the question you will get my point. For x is equal to 10, the functional value is equal to 5. So we will try to write down f of x is equal to 5. Correct? So f of 10 is equal to what? Whenever the value of x is exactly equal to 10, the functional value is also equal to 5. Now we will try to find out the what? Left hand limit. Limit x tends to 10 minus. We are not considering c because we have got the exact value of c. c exactly equal to 10 বুলি লিখা আছে কাৰণে আমি তাত right hand আৰু left hand নিলিখো। আমি c জায়গাত কিমান লিখিম? directly 10 লিখিম। left hand limit f of x. Limit x tends to 10 minus, so for all those values of x less than 10, what is its functional value? 3 less than 5. So in place of f of x, we will try to write down 5. f of x equal কিমান দিয়া আছিল 5. x ৰ ভ্যালু 10 তকৈ সৰু হলে ফাংশনৰ ভ্যালুটো কিমান দিয়া আছিল তোমালোকে দেখি পাবা, ফাংশনৰ ভ্যালুটো দিয়া আছে 5. so that's why in place of f of x I have written 5. so in place of x what you have to put 10, so answer will be 5. as limit x tends to 10 minus f of x is equal to f of 10, we are not considering the right hand limit. Do you know why? Because right hand values are not exist, therefore right hand limit or kotha ami discuss nokoru. Therefore f is continuous at c is equal to 10. Now we are going to give the conclusion. That means in the domain the function is continuous all the real numbers, in all the real numbers except 1 equal to 3. Whenever a question will be there of discontinuity, tumak jodi hude find out the point of discontinuity, tumalke koba x is equal to 1 and x equal to 3 are the point of discontinuity. So ami kom from the cases 1 2 3 4 5 6 then 7. So I think this one is case number 7, and from the cases we have f is continuous in its domain. f is continuous in its domain except x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 3. That is x equal to 1 and x equal to 3 are the points of discontinuity. So question to the discontinuity kotha hode, you have to mention that at x equal to 1 and x equal to 3 the points of function is discontinuous. Otherwise you have to write down that function is continuous in its domain except x equal to 1 and x equal to 3. Baki এই domainer সব পয়েন্টতে ই continuous হয়. So in this way we will try to attempt to write down the answer of a question which carry exactly 6 marks. So in this way you have to identify the cases from its domain, and that means cases means there are possible values of c at which you have to discuss the continuity. Then you have to discuss the continuity in a systematic way. Main kotha to ki hol janane, inequality case belakot generally hoday function to continuous thake. Inequality case means, for example, here you can consider c lies between 0 and 1, enoka case hoday function to continuous thake, because here also in these cases you are not supposed to find out the right hand as well as the left hand limit. Jeta enoka case hoday tomalke ta right hand left hand uliaba nalage, f of c uliaba or directly limiting value uliaba. Function will remain same. But equality cases you have to write down the right hand, left hand as well as a functional value. Equality case bilakot generally ki hoy continuous discontinuous hoৱাৰ chance থাকে. So that's why তেনেকুৱা point bilakot বেছি importance হিচাপ লাগে. So thank you so much for being with us. I hope you have got my point. Thank you so much once again.